Test, 1, 2, test, test, test. Alright. I'm going to play this. Uh-oh. Just had it up. There we go. Howdy and aloha, everyone. This is James with Monotalk. It is May the 21st, 2024, and this is my documentary on how fucking nuts the planet has been in regards to the governments and the World Economic Forum and all their crap. I mean, I guess Klaus Schwab is going to pass down his legacy of destroying countries to his children. I guess he's stepping down as chairman or whatever. Just getting it down in the heritage, his lineage, I meant to say. You know, whatever. He's fucking still out there. Bill Gates is still out there. Fauci is still out there. All the greatest genocidal terrorist fuckers on the planet. It's pretty sad. But this guy, for some reason, has been saying the stuff that I think makes sense. For example, this.
As President of the United States, I will always put America first. Just like you, as the leaders of your countries, will always and should always put your countries first.
Makes sense. What is that?
All responsible leaders have an obligation to serve their own citizens, and the nation-state remains the best vehicle for elevating the human condition. But making a better life for our people also requires us to work together in close harmony and unity to create a more safe and peaceful future for all people. The United States will forever be a great friend to the world, and especially to its allies. But we can no longer be taken advantage of or enter into a one-sided deal where the United States gets nothing in return. As long as I hold this office, I will defend America's interests above all else. But in fulfilling our obligations to our own nations, we also realize that it's in everyone's interest to seek a future where all nations can be sovereign, prosperous, and secure.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out.
I can't believe they still had that
channel.
up. That's like 10, 11 months
by clicking
ago.
on that button down here.
Isn't that
and
crazy?
click on any of the videos over here.
Yeah, fuck off. But isn't that nuts? It's like, what's wrong with that? I don't see a problem with that. Does anybody see a problem with that? You know, I'm just like, how is that tyrannical? How is that authoritarian? How is that fascist? How is that racist? How is this? All these labels that they throw. You know, I've always said the Demoncratic Party and and a few Republicans are the pot calling the kettle black party, especially the Demoncratic Party. The pot calling the kettle black party. You know, everything that they say that Trump was going to do, they're already doing to us. And it's amazing how they're hiding behind that layer of pontification, that layer of propaganda, that layer of hyperbolic lunacy. It's fucking amazing, and people are just buying it and buying it. Like I said, I used to be a fucking Republican, Democrat, Green Party now, and then I was like independent, and which I am an independent. And I am voting for Trump to get rid of Biden. Absolutely. And if you're smart, you will too, and then give Trump a majority. And then if things don't work out and he doesn't get there, a lot of people are going to fucking get jiggy with it. That's all I got to say. You know, and then we got Crooked Joe Biden is afraid to debate. This is funny. Let's come up with a commercial. Let me just check. Let's see if you. Look, I know this is a few days old, but there's something I need to say about this, which I haven't had a chance, but I will. That's it. That's it. I'm just hoping that he picks Burgum as VP. Burgum, you'll have to. You want to come on? I sent you the link. Cheryl, also, if you're listening. Hey, Valor, I saw your comment earlier. I like that. Sleepy Does selling wolf tickets for the debate. Oh my God, fucking it's crazy. Only debate Trump will have is versus the moderators. That's it. Exactly. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Let me just say that again. Great input there from Valiant Thor. The only debate Trump will have is versus the moderators. Absolutely. They're going to do all the fucking debating, all the rebuttals, all the commenting and everything, and throwing it. It's just going to be so obvious. I can't. First of all, this guy, whoever he is, Pedo Joe, I call him, right? He fucking truly believes. I think nobody told him. He truly believes he got 81 million votes. He truly believes he got 81 million votes. What's interesting is now these MSNBC hosts, CNN hosts, the left, libs, whatever, the fucking Demoncratic supporters that are in mainstream media, whatever, they're always, the big question now, it's almost like a setup. They're saying, so if the results come in, will you accept the results? And who was on there the other? Oh God, I got it right here. It was fucking. Let me find it. I have to find this. Me, I'm gonna dig. What I got? Trump. Snoke, if you want to talk about Burgum, please do. I'm interested. I like Tulsi Gabbard. That's just me. But I think she'll get a Secretary of Defense position or something like that if she keeps doing. She'll be in the administration. Everybody wants Tucker. Look, Tucker knows a lot, but there's a lot going on when it comes to VP, and I don't think he wants to take that risk as well. I know that. The last time Democrats hated a political opponent this much, it was Abraham Lincoln. Absolutely. And who took out Abraham Lincoln? What party was it? Yeah, the Democratic Party. Right? Who took out JFK? What party? Oh, yeah, the Democratic Party. Who took out MLK? Oh, yeah, the Democratic Party. Who put everybody in fucking... who brought around segregation? Yeah, the Democratic Party. When the Japan thing happened in World War II, who fucking... internment camps. Who started that? Oh, yeah, internment camps. Yeah, it was Democratic Party. Right? Who's been pushing for Planned Parenthood in black neighborhoods forever? Right? Right now they're about 14% of the U.S. African Americans, right? Blacks. What would it have been if they didn't target mostly black and minority neighborhoods and poor minority neighborhoods? And we're talking about Planned Parenthood, Margaret Sanger, who's a eugenicist, right? Who? Yeah, Democrat. They're not who they say they are. And it's just, it's crazy that I believed it, but I didn't know. I got fucking screwed over by Obama. He had 76 days with the majority back in 2009, right? He had the fucking super majority for 76 days. And what did he bring everybody? He could have codified Roe versus Wade, which is the big thing, right? He could have had raised the minimum wage, which, by the way, hasn't been touched since 2008-9. He could have got free college for everybody. They had the super fucking majority. And what did he give everybody? Obamacare. Probably the biggest fucking ripoff because it monopolized big pharma. It monopolized big insurance. You know, Blue Shield, Blue Cross, Kaiser, just these chosen gigantic insurance companies. And they fucking took over for and that was it. And they haven't done shit. They haven't done shit for anybody. And I can't believe people still think they're going to fucking do something for them. Look, I want people to have a decent wage. I think everybody does. But you can't do that across the board. You know, leave it up to the states. I am okay with that. If I've got a fucking problem with my state where I work, I'm going to go talk to my senator, Eric Schmidt. I'm going to talk to Josh Hawley. I'm going to talk to the governor. I'm going to talk to the House and make those phone calls and give they'll answer. I've had Eric Schmidt respond to some of my tweets. Josh Hawley's a little different. He's kind of, little showy theater kind of guy here in Missouri. I'm looking for the link. Oh, you're looking. Yeah, it's in your Twitter X. God, whatever. I'm just hoping that okay. Yeah, it's thank you very much, Valiant. That's some good information. I truly appreciate that. I sent the link also to Cheryl, but I got to find this. I should be talking and finding this at the same time. I know I got it somewhere. Let me see if I got it. Keynotes, Administrative GOP. Speech to greatest replacement. Can we finally talk about? Yeah. The TH guy said terrified. Yeah.
If Trump wants to win this election, he needs to bring in what you represent. So if you get the call, you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready because I know what is at stake. And if that call came, I would say yes. And I'd be honored to serve my country in that way and to be in a position first to help win this election, to stop the Democrat elite from destroying our country, and then actually begin the real work of getting our country back on track. And that starts with having people of courage in our government who care more about the country than they do about the political elite in Washington, and actually rooting out the deep rot that exists within our bureaucracies, the administrative state, the deep state in Washington.
Yeah.
I want to show you an all-new way of buying real estate for...
Oh, my God. These fucking commercials, I swear to God.
Oh, I'm looking at the
if
past.
Trump wants to win this election,
I'm playing something. Sorry, Snark. Oh, here it is.
Check that you have your settings for playing sound.
No matter what happens, Senator.
Oh, wait.
No matter what happens? No, if it's an unfair election, I think
Yeah,
it's going to
I
be
got it.
contested by either side.
Senator, no matter who wins.
I think you're asking the wrong person. The Democrats are the ones that have opposed every Republican victory since 2000. Every single one. It's Hillary Clinton.
No Democrat has
said
refused to concede. Hillary Clinton conceded. Senator, will you accept the election result?
Hillary Clinton said the election was stolen from her and that Trump was illegitimate. Kamala Harris agreed.
Senator,
we have Democrats now.
Senator, she conceded the election. She said that
she said that Trump was illegitimate. She said that the election had been stolen.
Yes. I believe he knows he's an illegitimate president.
You can run the best campaign. You can even become the nominee. And you can have the election stolen from you.
And you have Democrats now saying they won't certify 2024 because Trump is an insurrectionist and ineligible to hold office. So you need to ask them. I think have you ever asked the Democrat this question on your show? I bet you've never asked the Democrat that question.
Senator, you voted to certify the 2020 election, and here is what you said on that day that you voted to certify the 2020 election.
Yeah. Democracy is held together by people's confidence in the election and their willingness to abide by its results.
So by your own definition, are Donald Trump's claims undermining Americans' confidence in democracy, given that he has not conceded the last election, and he just said in recent days twice that he won Minnesota, Senator?
I think what undermines people's confidence in the election is when you have places like Wisconsin with over 500 illegal drop box locations, when you have places like Georgia where liberal groups are paying people $10 per vote. No, but listen, what undermines elections is when NBC News and every major news outlet in America in 2020 censored the Biden laptop story, which turned out to be true, not Russian misinformation, unprecedented. Only you couldn't even talk about it on social media. They would deplatform you. People look at all this. They look at what happened in Arizona, 200,000 ballots that had the signatures didn't match. People will lose confidence, and it opens the door to this.
I have to jump in here. Senator, you voted to certify the election, and
because at that stage in the process, you have no options.
Senator, you voted to certify the election. Nothing has been censored on this program. Hillary Clinton
did you guys cover the laptop for Joe Biden in 2020?
Absolutely, we covered the laptop.
It was banned. You couldn't even talk about it in social media.
Chris Krebs, the top
election official, you couldn't talk about it in social media. It'd be deplatformed. You couldn't even talk about it because they said it was Russian disinformation.
Senator Rubio,
voters in many cases didn't even hear about it because it was blacked out by the media.
We did cover the election, and just to note that Chris Krebs, who was a top Trump election official, called it the safest and most secure election in recent history. Senator Rubio, we are out of time.
We're out of time.
Of course we are. But I'm telling you that if it's unfair, we are going to do the same thing Democrats do. We're going to use lawyers to go to court.
History. Senator Rubio, we are out of time. Recent history. Senator Rubio, we are out of time.
Of course we are. But I'm telling you.
Recent history. Senator Rubio, we are out of time.
Of course we are, but I'm telling you that if it's unfair, we are going to do the same thing Democrats do. We're going to use lawyers to go to court and point out the fact that states are not following their own election laws.
But the Democrats,
hopefully we'll have a fair election, and it'll be
Senator, all those cases were brought to court cases and lost, and there was no proof that there was any widespread fraud, as you know. But I appreciate.
I never used the word widespread fraud.
I'm sorry.
What? She just fucked up.
Cases and lost, and there was no proof that there was any widespread fraud, as you know. But I appreciate.
I never used the word widespread fraud.
Senator, all those cases were brought to court cases and lost, and there was no proof that there was any widespread fraud, as you know. But I appreciate.
I never used the word widespread fraud.
I'm sorry. All right, Senator Rubio, thank you very much. I appreciate your.
That's it. That's all she had. She got fucking ruined. Yeah, we all know. I mean, who fucking we know what happened. And the reason why COVID-19 came down the pike was to slow up and let them extend the counting times, the counting days, and do their dirty work to these election sites and polls and machines and paperwork and stuff. They wouldn't let a third party watch them count. They boarded up the windows. It was fucking crazy. I'm just like, how is that even? If you're having a fair, transparent election, you're going to come on in, bring all the cameras you want. We want to show you how fair things really are. But that was the opposite of what happened in 2020. Snork, thank you for being here. Wait, let me just read this. A society can't survive when the government encourages dependence on them. Oh, for sure. That's what they're trying to. That's the World Economic Forum. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. You'll own nothing and be happy. Discourages faith, hard work, ambition, independence, and the ability to take care of yourself. Exactly. You know, it's they want to keep you in that what's a handout loop. They want to keep you in. People just are in it. I've had friends that have got stuck in it. I understand things need to happen. You need this and you need that, and there are extreme cases where you need a little help, and I get that. I get that. But in this case, they actually want people to be completely dependent. You know, I saw Jimmy Dore the other day, and he was talking about MMT, and he was kind of going with it, and they said, no, it's not going to work because it still includes the Fed, the monetary, what's it called, Snork? Monetary theory?
Modern monetary theory.
Modern monetary theory. And the person that's running it, Kathleen, I forgot her name anyway, but she's a World Economic Forum pawn. She is completely and thoroughly connected to the World Economic Forum. She has been for forever. And that's what they want people to be. I want a free market. I want people, and I don't have a huge problem with capitalism at all, because most of this country was founded and built. I mean, look at New York City. That's fucking capitalism. Look at LA. That's fucking capitalism. Right? It is. But then you also had codes and regulations for buildings. Like in California, you have to have a building that can withstand a certain seismic activity or an earthquake. You can't just have buildings that they make in Tijuana, right? If you've been to Tijuana or been to Mexico, I'm telling you, there's some buildings down there that aren't very secure, right? Not very secure. But anyway, the biggest thing that I think is important for Republicans, because they're the conservatives and people that understand that position and where they come from, is hard work, faith, ambition, independence, and character. It's the character of who you are, what you do, how you associate. I just got to say, these fucking, and I'm going to play one more video of this girl that's being questioned by this other girl. The girl that's doing the questioning is just asking simple questions. And this young, extremely naive college kid with a mask on is just, God, it's just terrible that we're seeing that. We'll talk about that too, but I'd like you to watch this, Nork, and whoever else is paying attention.
Check that the sound button is clicked. I couldn't hear anything.
No, I can. When it's playing, you can.
Well, I watched on the
YouTube?
On the YouTube, and I couldn't get any sound from YouTube.
Okay. I can just go back. Let me just check real quick. Hang on. Give me a second. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to view my channel. I'm going to go to history.
I hate that share it with sound button.
Oh, no, you can't hear it because you're on Zoom.
No, I have the...
You had YouTube up?
You had YouTube up. I got two screens.
Oh, nice. I could easily do that. I've been freaking busy. Okay, so I'm going to go here. Let me just jump out of there. I'm going to leave this here. And I'm going to go into here, and I'm just going to check my live. And I'm going to go to it and just go back a little bit and see if it plays. See if I've got it. Thank you for being here. Wait, let me please and do their dirty work. But in this case, they actually want people to be completely.
When NBC News and every major news
God. I must have some other
6
problem
days with the majority. I've had it was fine.
In that way, and to be in a position.
When told she was on too, I got that. That was no problem. Okay, good. But anyway, that's all right. But thanks for checking. It's good that I got to check.
That I have a sound problem then.
I don't know.
You got to pull up my open mixer.
All right. So, since you're here, you've brought up this person before. You like him, and he's. Go ahead.
Bergram.
What?
Okay.
Can you send me a link on him, or if you have any information?
Yeah. Let's see what I can pull up here real quick.
Yeah, and you just share. Just go ahead and do
so
your pitch.
He's Governor Bergram out of North Dakota. I know he's Bergam. He does understand business. Yeah, I know everybody thinks that North Dakota is just way out there. He's much younger than a lot of the other candidates. So I'm going to just really quickly pull this up. He's 67, which puts him as a young.
Right.
I'm trying to get his website up here.
Since you're looking for that, I better got to read this because then I just put up something really good. At this juncture, my skepticism extends to both Republicans and the majority of Democrats. It appears that akin to a WWE wrestling spectacle, it really seems that way. It's just, I was watching Roseanne Barr. She was on with somebody the other day, and she said, it's fucking theater. It's all theater. And I've been saying this for How long have I been using the word theater, Snork? Probably since I started my channel. You know, it's like the laser light for the cat, you know, or the ball of yarn in a sense. But it's like, look over here, look over there, look over here, look over there, look up here, look over there, you know, and the cats are just trying to catch that little laser light that's on the ground. And they keep us distracted, and they keep us, they're really good at the psyops. And somebody the other day, a relative of mine goes, "What's a psyop?" And I said, imagine a fish on a hook that you can't eat. Excuse me, a worm on a hook that the fish can't eat. That's what I meant to say. That's a psyop. They keep you wanting that or going after that. They lure you into a narrative. They lure you or distract you or coerce you, or you know, they kind of put you in that place where I guess I should watch this, or maybe this is interesting, or maybe this, you know, if you're watching mainstream media to get your information, you're probably being fed hyperbolic propagandist fucking pontification after fucking lie after lie after lie. You're that's what's happening. They've got most people fooled, played, you know, and it's been kind of my job. I don't know why I took this job on, but Snork knows what I'm talking about. Do you have it up and ready? Let me know when you're ready.
I still can't find anything decent.
Okay.
I've just got the wiki up. Let me share the screen with the wiki.
Okay.
And okay, is that visible? So he, as he says in here, out
Go ahead,
beyond the
Snork.
end of the planet in Iowa. Oh. Yeah, no problem. I didn't realize you're on a phone call. So
that's my brother. He called. We were going to get on Zoom earlier, but he didn't answer. So he goes, "Oh, I'm ready." I'm like, "It's been an hour, dude. What are you doing?" I didn't say that, but anyway.
Well, anyway, he inherited a farm. He took his inheritance from his farm, invested it in a software company. He turned the software company into a $1.1 billion company. He sold it to Microsoft. And then he worked at Microsoft for a while, and the business part of Microsoft did pretty well. And then he went into real estate management. So he became a successful person that worked on stuff on his own. And then he managed a grain elevator.
I know this guy.
He was doing real stuff. And you know, it's not easy to live through a winter in North Dakota. But North Dakota has an unusual banking system compared to the rest of the states. North Dakota is one of the few states that's never gone bankrupt or had extreme money problems. Since they have a state bank, it works. And I'd like to see somebody in a presidential position. Now, some people are going to argue with some of his positions he has on different things. But of the people that we have a chance to get in, he probably is the best person for managing a country. And I swear, for the last 30 years, we've been jumping between presidents for all kinds of ideological issues. And at some point,
this is why I stopped shopping on Amazon, and you should too. Don't.
We need to get stuff done in this country, and we need a president that actually can get things done, and not just follow the directions of 3 or 4 investment banking companies out of New York City.
That's how they usually operate.
That is how we operate.
Yeah, that is.
So, again, I don't wish any president ill, but Trump isn't a young chicken either.
No.
And I think we have to look at, with all of these presidential candidates so far into their life cycle, that any of the ones that are running for president are probably not likely to live very long. And that really who we need to be looking at is who the vice presidents are. And this guy taking over as president seems to be as somebody that could actually manage the business operation of a country. Whereas Vice President Giggles, I don't think can help anybody in our single anywhere. And I don't know about Kennedy's vice presidential pick. I don't think he has a really good chance of being president. Stein might have a chance. I don't know who she's picked. Again, I agree with the.
You talking about Jill Stein?
Jill Stein. So she's like number 4 right now.
She's got like 2%.
She got quite a hurdle to go to ever be president.
It's just not. She's climate change crazy person.
So I really think it does come down between right now. From things might happen in the next few months, but right now it's between Trump and Biden. And
are you saying
I look at it
Donald
as really
Trump is going to croak? Or, I mean, do you know something we don't know?
No, I don't. But look at the age. What is the age of somebody who's 80 years old making it to 81?
I don't see. Well, Biden just it looks like he's on a pole. Honestly, like there's like a puppet the way he walks. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Well, no. When my father had Alzheimer's, I attended monthly training sessions for families dealing with Alzheimer's.
So he's serious Alzheimer's, because you mentioned this before.
As much as I could say is he acts like all the patients I saw.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the people bring their family with them.
He's got all the signs for sure. And I'm not saying Trump is too far away with that, but
I'm not either. But
yeah, but Bergman's pretty strong. I got a video I want to play of him. Do you mind?
Okay. Yeah, let me unshare.
Yeah, the reason why is it's a good video. He's on Fox, so he's in a good spot.
But I'm still saying though that realistically, the odds of somebody who's 80 making it to 83 are very low, and that we have to seriously consider that whoever we're voting for 2 80-year-old presidents, that we're really voting for the vice president. And is it going to be Bergman or is it going to be Giggles?
I don't know, but freaking Valiant Thor is putting up some really good stuff. You got to read what he's putting up. It's freaking.
I got to pop back over to that side.
Yeah. Demon Republican clashes mask and clandestine camaraderie. Camaraderie is what? I don't know.
Camaraderie.
Oh, camaraderie. Sorry. Orchestrating a covert. Hold on, I got to make this bigger because I'm reading it off of. Oh, here we go. Demon Republican classes camaraderie, orchestrating covert agreements, and meticulously choreographed scenarios behind the political curtain. For sure. I like this one. At this juncture, my skepticism extends to both Republican and the majority. Okay, I read that already.
In case anybody else out there is looking at YouTube chat, look at the top of the chat and see if it says top chat or live chat. If you're in top chat, a majority of what Valiant Thor is saying is censored out. So those lines don't even exist. You can't even tell it. You have to click on top chat and change it to live chat to see Valiant Thor's.
Well, let me see if it's on this channel. I'm going to go over to the. Okay, this new to me, but I'm going to play this because everybody can see it. So I'm not going to play the whole thing. I just want to hear what this guy has to say and what he talks about. So give me a second. Right.
Absolutely, with all kinds of reasons why people would want to move to North Dakota, but Minnesota's top rate of nearly 10% on income tax is one of the top of the list.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, let me just, it's terrible. We've got a terrible tax rate in Minnesota. But can I just ask you this? Because this is really what it's about for you, isn't it? I mean, you're looking around at your neighbors and you're saying there's a competition to be won here, and you've got states that are doubling down on bad policies. You've got states like yours that are going a completely different direction. Tell us about what you're seeing. How big of a difference is this making for North Dakota?
Well, you're exactly right, Brian. This is right now in a position where there's 11 million jobs available in our country. North Dakota and every other state, we're competing with each other for talent and for capital. Mm-hmm. And right now, with our booming economy, we've got tens of billions of dollars of capital lined up to come to North Dakota, in part because of our domination in oil and gas, agriculture, and now in the new burgeoning CO2 utilization and enhanced oil recovery industry is also attracting tons of capital. So we got capital lined up. We got to get people. So the way you get people is you make sure that you've got great places to live.
This is over a year ago.
You've got great schools. You've got great child care infrastructure, and you've got low or no taxes. And so we want to make sure we're competing. There are other energy-producing states that have zero income tax. We've got to move and get there as quickly as possible.
Governor, I think it was interesting. We heard from J.P. Morgan's CEO, Jamie Dimon, yesterday. He said that they have more employees in Texas than New York now, and he likes, quote, businesses like Florida because they are friendly to businesses. He likes states like Florida because they're friendly to businesses. How much from a business perspective as well are you trying to attract other corporations?
Well, absolutely, and I had a chance with Jamie opening some branch locations in North Dakota last summer, and so we're happy to have some J.P. Morgan Chase employees here as well. But it is absolutely we're in competition, and that's a competition that North Dakota and other red states are winning right now. And it's great to have the net in migration. North Dakota is tied in the nation for the lowest unemployment, 2.1%.
Wow.
But we've also got nearly the highest GDP. We're number 3 in the country. Our goal is to get to be the highest GDP in the United States on a per capita basis, and great opportunities for people to move to North Dakota. Tens of thousands of jobs open here and great communities to live in.
Governor, let me ask you, how much of the migration do you anticipate will be permanent? Because we've seen so many people flee New York. They've gone to Florida. They've gone to Texas. They've gone to states with no income tax as well that provide them more opportunity and more freedom, if you want to be perfectly honest. I was speaking to a real estate developer here in New York saying that he doesn't anticipate a lot of those people to ever come back as a result of remote working and all the changes that we've seen as well. Do you anticipate that the people that come to your state will stay there permanently?
Well, we do anticipate, and it's happening because now North Dakota is tied with Utah for the highest birth rate in the country. So we're seeing not just people moving here, but young people starting families, living here, putting their roots down. And that's very exciting demographically for our future.
You mentioned other oil and nat gas sort of producing, exporting states. Curious from your perspective, we've been having a lot of conversation about sort of higher oil prices, higher gas prices right now. How much can you benefit, of course, being an exporter and a revenue generator from that, but also being aware of some of the inflationary impacts on your constituents?
Well, for the state of North Dakota is a significant oil and gas producer. For our state budgets, it's fantastic. I mean, we're $2.5 billion ahead of forecast on revenues because of these high prices. But the bigger issue is the federal Biden administration policy, which is really abandoning our allies, Western Europe, Japan, Philippines, Korea, people that we fought and died for in World War II. We're asking them to buy energy from our adversaries and our enemies versus getting in the business of supplying our allies with clean U.S. Oil and gas. I mean, it's just a completely backwards policy, and it's leading to not only hurts U.S. national security, but it's creating global instability. And so if the number one thing we could change right now, we should be selling clean energy to our friends and allies and stop forcing them to buy it from our enemies.
All right, I like this guy. He's quick, he's smart, he's been around the block a few times. If he's connected to the World Economic Forum in any way, shape, or form, Snork.
I don't know about that.
I wonder if
I wouldn't doubt he is somehow.
Well, the ones that have voted in some very horrific ways in the past few days for Ukraine, for example.
mostly what I've been
package.
looking at was he wants an economic package. He's not talking about all kinds of different projects that are basically for different people that he wants to get to vote for him. That he's looking at, what do we all need? And we need jobs. We need jobs. We need people doing things
for sure
in the country. And he's one of the few that I've seen that actually is putting people to work and isn't there just to collect a paycheck and run.
He doesn't seem
run
like
other
that.
things.
I see a guy. You can tell by the answers and how quick they are to answer. If you hear the words, thank you for that question, that is very important. That means he doesn't really have a fucking good answer and he's trying to search for something in his brain. But he's ready. He's prepared. And he's doing his homework and he looks like he's a hard-working politician. And that's what we need, is really hard-working, non-theatrical, doing the job politician for the people. And I think he's one of those guys. And I'm talking about the 99.9%. And I know they have the 1%, 0.001% in their brains. I know they got to take care of the big banks. Of course, he's connected to J.P. Morgan, Chase, whatever. Who fucking isn't? Right, but right now, since 2001, it's been a fucking nightmare in this country, and this guy just needs to go. Pedo Joe just needs to go. Bergman, I like him.
So mainly my reasoning was that I keep hearing all kinds of candidates that have no idea what they really need to do to help us.
Yeah.
And this was one of the few candidates that talks about how to make the company or the country work in a way that benefits the people economically. So everybody's going to have different positions, but amongst the other candidates, we're looking at people that have no clue what to do except to placate the people that need to get votes from them.
Yeah.
And I mean, North Dakota's a small state. Everybody probably knows him. He probably can't do anything wrong.
It's a small state. There's, I don't know, 2.3 million people there, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, did you see
2.3 working people. 2.3 million working people. North Dakota has a very high work rate.
Nice. All right, so I like the guy. I kind of like Tulsi. Valiant Thor's just really concerned about the Demoncrats and the Republicans showing their true colors. Like, we were all pissed off at Ukraine getting more money, and then fucking they threw in the package for Israel. And I've been telling everybody and every fucking election year, general election year, all of a sudden Israel's fucking fighting with Palestine again. It doesn't seem like clockwork. It's just fucking nuts. We went through this, 3 times already, you and I? Since I had my show.
It seems like it's been my whole life.
I know, right? In my whole life.
But I have to say, since the state requires us to be an Israel supporter, it's a wonderful thing that we can support Israel. Now we get back to the show. What
people don't understand, and I tell them this, and I go, you guys are complaining about Ukraine all the time, and there's a lot of Republicans that say fuck you to Ukraine and their Nazi state that they actually have. They don't understand that, and they've never heard that the country that's received the most foreign aid and money than any other country on the planet from the United States is Israel. Right? And who's becoming a close second now in a short amount of time? Israel's gotten that position for decades. Ukraine's getting that position they're at like 3rd or 4th now or something. I mean, they're right around the corner now within 3 fucking years. That's crazy. Hey, listen, I got to tell you something. Go ahead. Say your thing. What you got?
So the only country we really can trust is Iceland.
No, I've heard that. They're great. I love those people. I'm like, you know what, dude? That would be good if we could. I'm going to go to Hawaii, right? But I'm telling you right now, I really want to go check out Iceland. But one of my roommates a while back, he he had been to Iceland a couple times, and him and his like couple of his friends and family, they do the fucking mineral bathing stuff. They go in these caverns that are lava shit. They go and check the. Everybody thinks that the thermal engineering is impressive.
It was. It's gone.
Yeah. What the fuck?
The volcano blew it all up.
Oh, okay.
So the mineral well, the big place everybody went to, that was what blew up. That was the volcano.
Holy shit! Let me get this. I got to get going. They're limiting my time now to 45 minutes because I'm not paying the $16 a month. I just don't. I'm just not going to do all that. It's just I know it. Maybe you can. I just can't. My kid's here right now. Anyway, he wants to go play. He wants to play chess. Chess match number 2. But anyway, I'm going to read this. Thank you for coming on. I truly appreciate it. Snork, you're awesome. I'm going to keep my eyes on Burgum. I like Tulsi. Tucker's would not be a good choice. I think that Ted Cruz might be one of his. I know it's not going to be Candace Owens, but I'm going to tell you this.
Be careful with Cruz.
Yeah, Cruz.
I think if Cruz runs,
I'm not a Super Cruz supporter.
No. Yeah. There's a problem with citizenship. So
his citizenship.
So during the time he came to Canada, his mother had given up her American citizenship to vote in Canada.
Right.
So he did not have an American mother at that time. He had a Canadian mother.
What?
His father was Cuban. So he came to America based on the fact that his mother was born in the United States, but she'd given up her. Of course, I might be wrong. I'm no expert.
Yeah, but where did Obama come from? Does anybody know where he came from?
I don't know.
Because the verdict is still out on that. Because I used to think it was Hawaii.
But Obama had a better excuse for being American than us.
Oh yeah.
But during the time that he came here, so if his mother had given up her citizenship, and his father was Cuban, he actually had Canadian citizenship, which when he found out, he gave up his Canadian citizenship. But during the time that he came here, there was something called the wet foot law, where if you came to Florida on the beach, you could become a citizen.
Remember the boats used to come all the time? The boats that used to come all the time? They used to rescue them? That's why they made that.
Yeah. So if you walked in, if you flew in, if you drove in, you could not be a citizen.
Different.
So his parents drove down from Canada.
In a limo, I heard. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
I don't know. But if this is the case, they can have him thrown out, not of just being president, but being a senator.
Oh wow! So somebody needs to do a little research. I'm all for transparency now. I want the fucking facts. I want the truth. I want to see the documents. I want to see all the stuff that they're doing to Trump is just fucking it's crazy. It's craziness. But the guy, you got to give the guy fucking props. He's showing up.
Yeah.
He's showing up. He's doing it. It's fucking amazing. Could you actually see Pedo Joe or Sleepy Joe? Sleepy Joe sounds like the vodka, Botox, and Vicodin are all fighting to control of his mind. That's what Valley Thor just said. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
I just could not imagine. I could not imagine that guy doing like 15 minutes in a courtroom. I don't even think he'd be able to handle that.
But what I'm getting at is that as election gets on, they will look at how much they're doing to Trump. During an election, all kinds of stuff comes out of the woodwork.
Yeah, well, they're beating him up. They're tenderizing. They're trying to weaken him.
What I meant is, if Cruz tries to run, that is my theory of Hollywood.
Oh yeah, I don't think. I'm just saying, for some people, a lot of people like Cruz. There's so many other fucking people out there.
Reynolds.
Reynolds is good. Yeah.
Governor Reynolds from Iowa.
Yeah.
She's got a good shot.
Yeah. You know who I like? One of my favorite senators now is our senator here. Josh Hawley's good, but I really like Eric Schmidt Okay, he's okay. Look, we just need to get this country back on track. Make sure that we are priority number one. And I'm sorry to say, I hate the thing in Palestine that always comes up. You know, when you have fucking a Jewish state in the middle and surrounded by, 90% of the Muslim religion, you're going to get a conflict here and there. You know what I mean? Is it just me? It's like
no.
Go ahead. Things going to turn out soon.
It's like putting a pearl in, or seed for a pearl in an oyster.
Exactly.
No matter what you do, it's just going to get more and more inflamed. I don't know how much time you got.
Yeah, but I got to get going anyway. What do you got? You got something you want to share real quick? Go ahead.
Just
sure.
Go ahead. Give me a call if you think you're going to be coming up.
Yeah, I'll be coming up.
Probably. You think you're coming up in like a couple of weeks?
Up in that area.
We can talk on the phone later.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk, bro. Valiant Thor, thank you for being here. Cheryl, sorry you didn't make it on, but hopefully you're watching again. Aloha, thank you for being on. Take care, guys.
All right.
Aloha.